Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Glenwood School for tonight's rubber match between the Opelika Lady Bulldogs and the Glenwood Lady Gators. Here at the Glenwood School, the Opelika Bulldogs beat the Gators in the first game 4-0, and the Gators got revenge 5-2 in the second game. Here's the rubber match. Pop up back to the pitcher, Brooke Morrill, on the first pitch of the ball game, and it's popped out and caught for out number one. That was Jasmine Smith, the leadoff hitter for the Bulldogs. First pitch sliced foul and back out of play. Katie Harrelson, the senior, batting in the two-hole for the Bulldogs. Second pitch from Morrill. Inside corner called, strike two. Beautiful pitch there by the junior. The 0-2. Catcher sat out outside corner. Pitch misses outside for ball one. One-two pitch. High swung on a miss for strike three. 2 up, 2 down for Brooke Morrill and the Gators. A good start. That brings up McCall Clayton, the middle schooler for the Bulldogs. First pitch to her, off speed, and in the zone, call for a strike. Oh, one pitch, inside corner, call strike two. And Brooke Morrill is dealing early. The 0-2, just outside for a ball. Morrill's ninth pitch coming up. The 1-2, just a little high, ball two. The 2-2 pitch. Inside, called, strike three, got her looking. So no runs. No hits, nobody left. 3 up, 3 down for the Bulldogs in the top half of the first. Gators up to bat first time tonight when we come back on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible. To be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy, and Gordy Eye Care for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Welcome back to the ball game. Bottom half of the first. Caden Henderson, the freshman, will lead things off for the Gators. Jade Jones getting the start for the Lady Bulldogs. The lefty with a low squatted closed stance, and the first pitch to her. Outside for a ball. The Gators held to just one hit in the first meeting against Opelika. That was back earlier in the season at the Opelika High School tournament. Back on February the 15th. 1-0 pitch, inside, chopped foul into the screen. Evens the count up at 1-1. Both teams in their fourth year under their current head coach. Of course, the Gators under Josh McConnell. And the Lady Bulldogs under Jessica Thornton. Skating steps out of the box momentarily, now steps back in. The 1-1 pitch. Outside for ball 2. Coach Thornton for the Bulldogs played at Jacksonville State back in the early 2010s and got her first coaching gig, big coaching gig, in college softball at Louisiana Monroe as an assistant for the last few years before taking the Opelika job in 2021. 2-1 pitch, low and outside for ball 3. Caden Henderson ahead in the count. Three 3-1 pitch. Outside for ball 4, and Caden Henderson's aboard. Now bring up the pitcher, Brooke Morrill. Coach McConnell calls time, signals over to the first base coach, and Henderson, who's standing on first, as Morrell steps into the right-handed batter's box. First pitch, he shows bunt. Henderson's going, slide in, head first, she's out. Looked like the squeeze was on, but a beautiful throw down to second by Callie Harper for the Bulldogs. And Henderson is caught stealing. And just like that, 1 out, nobody on, as that pitch is low for a ball. Off speed in there for a strike. And now a 2-1 count against Morrell. Two 2-1 pitch, just a little high for ball 3. The 3-1. Off speed in there for a call, strike 2. Henderson stolen 2 bases this year, but got caught there trying to steal her third. But now a full count against Morrell. The 3-2 from Jones. High pop up into foul ground and out of play. And we'll do it all over again, still 3-2. Morrell shows bunt, pulls it back, 3-2 pitch, another pop up into shallow infield and caught by the second baseman for the Bulldogs, Katie Harrelson. And 2 down now for the Gators. That'll bring up the catcher, Carrington Slocum. First pitch to Slocum. Little low for a ball. Slocum batting .359 so far this season. Has the most hits on the team at 14. The 1-0, swung on and missed for strike one. Good off-speed pitch there by Jones. One pitch, another same pitch inside, swung on and missed for strike two by Slocum. Jones winds in the 1-2. In the dirt for ball two. Jones really working the inside of the plate here against Slocum. Harper sets up right down the middle. Hard hit ball, but straight to the shortstop for the Bulldogs. That's McCall Clayton, and she puts it away for the third out of the inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left after Henderson was caught stealing. And we'll head to the second. Still no score here from Glenwood on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Take your pick of a massive selection of brand new GMC Sierras, discounted up to $13,250 off. New GMC Terrains, the popular SUV featuring safety, technology, and performance, discounted up to $7,500 off. Enjoy no payments until summertime. Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. GlennSmith.com. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back to the ball game. Still no score here as we head to the second inning. The Lady Bulldogs up to bat. Jay Jones, the pitcher, up to the plate. Morrell still on the mound for the Gators. Pitcher-on-pitcher matchup. First pitch from Morrell, a little inside, but called for a strike. An off-speed pitch that just caught the inside corner, 0-1. Off speed low and inside for ball one. One pitch. Off speed, hit hard between the gap between short and third and into left field for a base hit. And Jay Jones has the first base hit of the evening. Into left field, and the Bulldogs have their first runner of the ball game aboard. High fly ball down the left field line and out of play. Foul. This is Jay-Z Agee, the 5-hole hitter for the Lady Bulldogs. Oh, one pitch. Tipped off the end of the bat, foul back into the screen. And quickly 0-2. Swung on a miss on the high fastball for strike 3, and AG is retired on 3 pitches. And that's the first out of the inning. Third strikeout already for Morrell. Showing bunt. Jones thought about going, but retracts back to first base. I believe that is number 7, Kennedy Soltall, at the plate for the Bulldogs. And out here in our perch in the press box, hard to see. She lays the bunt down, but it's just foul and out of play, so it would be 1-1 against Soltall. One on, one out. 1-1 pitch. Gets the bunt down and again rolls just foul. So 2 foul balls on 2 bunt attempts. And if Soltall does it again, she'll be retired for the second out of the inning. The 1-2. Inside corner, call strike 3, throw over the first, try to get Jones. She's just in safely back to first base. But Soltall is retired for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Kaylin Morgan, and now Coach McConnell heading out to the pitcher's mound to point something out to Morrell. Have a little mound visit. I believe the ball hitters. Yeah. First baseman Bethany Drodowski may have pinged her in the side of the head there, trying to get it back to her. She'll have having a few chuckles out there with Coach McConnell and the trainer. Seems like she's good to go. And with 2 down and 1 on, she'll face number 11, Kaylin Morgan, the junior for Opelika. First pitch to Morgan. A roller to home plate and low for a ball. Looks like that one might have slipped out of her hand. The 1-0. Good pitch in there, swung on a miss for strike 1. Good speed on the low fastball, and Morgan couldn't quite poke her bat out far enough to touch it. One pitch. Low inside for ball 2. Again, the Gators lost to Opelika February the 15th, 4-0. Got the revenge on March the 4th by a score of 5-2, and now the third and final game between these two this season, the rubber match. Off speed inside, just misses for a ball. Good eye there by Morgan. Three-one count, 2 down, runner on first, and the 3-1 pitch fouled right back into the screen in a full count, 3-2. The 3-2 pitch. Runner goes. Pitch just inside and low for ball 4. That'll send Jones to second, Morgan to first. And the first runner in scoring position tonight is in favor of the Bulldogs. First pitch from Morrell, low in the dirt for a ball. It's Emily Birmingham at the plate for the Bulldogs. 1-0 pitch, chopped toward third, but foul, and it evens up the count at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, just low for ball 2. Two one to Birmingham. Chopper toward third. That one gets through the hole and is in the left field for a base hit. Jones going home. Throw to the plate is not in time. Runner goes to third. Throw over to third in plenty of time to get Kayla Morgan out at third base. So the Bulldogs take the lead, but the Gators avoid further damage. So Birmingham with the RBI. Morgan thrown out trying to go to third after Jones scored. So we'll head to the home half of the second. Opelika 1, Glenwood nothing here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be right back.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live is proud to partner with one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock. And without this partnership, it would be hard to be able to live stream all the different sporting events at high schools, colleges, and local professional teams every single week like we do. So we thank Buffalo Rock for their support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And next time you're watching a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast, make sure you're drinking a nice, refreshing Pepsi. Delicious. Thank you to Buffalo Rock and Pepsi.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Take your pick of a massive selection of brand new GMC Sierras, discounted up to $13,250 off. New GMC Terrains, the popular SUV featuring safety, technology, and performance, discounted up to $7,500 off. Enjoy no payments until summertime. Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. GlennSmith.com. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back to the ball game. Home half of the second inning. Caitlin Kirkland will lead things off for the Lady Gators, as the Lady Bulldogs lead 1-0 here at Glenwood. First pitch to Kirkland, high and outside for a ball. Second pitch low and inside for ball 2. Two-oh pitch to Kirkland, high for ball 3. And Jay Jones seems to be pitching around the cleanup hitter for the Gators. The 3-0, right down the middle, taken for strike 1. The 3-1, high for ball 4, and Kirkland's aboard. First pitch low in the dirt for a ball. Bunt shown, pulls it back, pitch low, and taken for ball 2. And now time called as they have a little pitchers meeting for the Bulldogs. And so Kirkland and Crisco will head over to McConnell. And while we got a moment, thank you for tuning in. Thanks to all our sponsors make all this possible. Alabama Power, Connect Credit Union, Zaxby's, Gordy Eye Care, CVCC. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for all this possible. As the sun sets to the west here at Glenwood, and the Opelika Lady Bulldogs looking to take the rubber match in this season matchup, the third game of 3 between Opelika and Glenwood. Pullback punt again, slap toward right field, and lands for a base hit. Kirkland to second. Did she get there? She did, just in time. She's safe. Would have been a force out. A little floater out the right field. Kirkland with a little bit of a late start, but she got there just in time. And the Gators now have 2 on with nobody down. So that'll bring up Caroline Brazil. First pitch to her, she shows bunt, gets it down the third base line, but it rolls foul, and the count is 0-1. The 0-1 to Brazil. She shows bunt, gets it down, but again foul. And just like that, it's 0-2. The 0-2 to Brazil. Just low for ball 1. The 1-2, chop towards second, and ball hits the dirt, and so no force out at second. Throw over the third. Kirkland safe again, just by about a second, and so Brazil does get the runners over to second and third. And now 1 down, and Derdowski up to the plate with a chance to tie or give the Gators the lead. First pitch to Derdowski, taken for a strike. Off speed, taken for strike 2. The 0-2. Outside for ball 1. One-two pitch, low for ball 2. Hard line drive down the right field line, slices foul out of play, and we'll do the 2-2 all over again. One down, runners at second and third for the Gators. Down 1-0 to Opelika here early, down in the bottom of the second. The 2-2. High for ball 3, and it's full. The 3-2. Outside corner call, strike 3. And Derdowski strikes out looking, and now 2 down as Jay Jones looks to get out of the jam. And that'll bring up Claire Hargrove to the plate. First pitch to Hargrove. Swung on a miss for strike 1. Hargrove with the highest batting average on the team at .464 so far, absolutely lighting it up, and that's just a tip that rolls just foul. And that makes it 0-2 against Hargrove. .0-2 count, runners at second and third. Jay Jones and the Bulldogs looking to get out of the jam. The 0-2, just low, called ball 1. One-two pitch inside for ball 2. The 2-2 to Hargrove. Swung on a foul, tipped back into the screen, remains 2-2. The 2-2 again. Swung on and missed for strike 3, and Jones gets out of the jam. So the Gators strand runners at second and third, and we head to the third. Opelika 1, Glenwood 0 here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be back in just a moment.
My name is Sergeant Jason Swells, and this is my CVCC story. Class sizes were not too large. The professors in each class had time to talk. It was almost like a one-on-one experience. One of my daughters is a student at CVCC right now. She's going through the arts program. I've got another son who's right behind her who's about to graduate school, and he's already talking about going to CV, and he's ready for it. CVCC did prepare me for my career. They made sure you knew the subject before you walked out of the class, before you took the test. They dedicated 100% of themselves to it. It was a great experience, and I could say for anybody who's deciding or thinking about going into criminal justice, CVCC has got my vote all day long because they're on top of their game.
Welcome back to the ball game. Top of the third, Braylon Brooks will lead things off for the Bulldogs. as the Gators the missed opportunity there in the bottom half of the second, leaving 2 runners on at second and third after just having 1 down. First pitch to Brooks by Morrell is low for a ball. The 1-0. Just inside for ball 2. That one high for ball 3. Low for ball 4 and a 4-pitch walk to Braylon Brooks to begin the inning. And that will bring us back to the top of the order, Jasmine Smith, who popped out right back to the pitcher, Morrell, to begin the ball game. Second walk issued by Morrell tonight. First pitch to Smith shows bunt. She missed it, and it's strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch, pulls back the punt. Pitch is low for ball 1. One pitch, showing bunt again down the third base line. Gonna see if Brazil can let it roll foul. It stays fair. Walking the tightrope down the third base line there, a perfect bunt from Jasmine Smith. And 2 aboard for the Bulldogs. And that brings back up Katie Harrelson, who struck out swinging back in the first. But now 2 aboard with nobody out for the Bulldogs. First pitch to her, tries to get the bunt down. It rolls foul, and it's a strike 1. Oh, 1 to Harrelson, showing bunt again. Pitches low for ball 1. We'll see if Opelika really decides to play small ball here. Looking to increase their 1-0 lead here in the third. Showing bunt again. She gets it down. A beautiful bunt. It's going to be a bunt for a single and a base hit. Perfect bunt by Harrelson. She beats out the throw of the first, and they're loaded. And now Brooke Morrell in a real pickle. Nobody out. Bases loaded. And McCall Clayton up to the plate. Struck out looking to end the first inning. First pitch to her. Inside corner, call strike 1. Good pitch there by Morrell. The 0-1 pitch. Hit hard down the left field line to the wall. Is going to land for a base hit and extra bases. 1 run scores. 2 runs are going to score. And now 2 runners at second base for the Bulldogs. Harrelson caught him between second and third. They called it foul. They called it foul. What a break that is for the Gators. That pitch outside by Morrell. Had to be a close call down there down the left field line. Now Morrell up 1-2 in the count. Another hard hit ball in the left field line, and that one's foul. As Clayton has absolutely turned and roped 2 foul balls on the left field line here this at bat. The 1-2. Low in the dirt. She went down for it and got a piece of it, and she'll stay alive, still 1-2. One, two again. Hit hard on the third base line. Again, foul into the netting in front of the Glenwood dugout. Biggest pitch of this ball game so far. Nobody out. Bases loaded for the Bulldogs. The pitch low in the dirt. I believe it hit her left foot. It hit her left foot, and that's going to bring in a run. So an RBI by default there for Clayton as Brooks comes around to score, and it's 2-0 Opelika. And now a mound visit by assistant coach Wellesley Henderson to talk to Morrell. As the task for Morrell has not gotten any easier. Still nobody out, still bases loaded. And the cleanup hitter, the pitcher, Jay Jones, coming up to bat for Opelika. Jones singled in the second and came around to score. Bases loaded, nobody down, and looking to help her own cause. First pitch in the dirt. Pitch number 2, back to the backstop, a pass ball, and it's going to bring in another run. Three 0 Opelika, and all the runners advance. Still nobody down, runners now at second and third. Clayton the second, Harrelson the third, Jasmine Smith scores. And 2-0 against Jay Jones. 2-0 pitch. Low, but caught a part of the zone for strike one. Two one pitch. Low in the dirt for ball 3. Three one pitch. Low and inside for ball 4, and again they're loaded. 5 straight hitters have reached base for Opelika. So that'll bring up the center fielder for Opelika, J.Z. Agee. Struck out swinging on 3 pitches back in the second. But the most treacherous part of this ball game right here, still nobody out, base is still loaded. A high fly ball deep to left center field, going back near the wall, and May dropped it. It is dropped by Bailey Parrish, and that's going to bring home 2 runs at least, and it's going to be 2 runs for Opelika as AG stays at first. And the pinch runner for Jones, Miley Bordeaux, stays at second. So Harrelson and Smith will score. Christian Harrelson and Clayton score. Still nobody down. Runners on first and second. First pitch to Saltal is low in the dirt for a ball. That pitch low for a ball. And that will be the end of the night for Morrell. As the Gators will bring in number 15, Caroline Chappa, to take over the mound. As Coach McConnell has a heart-to-heart with Morrell, Chappell will warm up, and she'll have a few minutes to warm up. And while she does, we'll take a break here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Opelika up 5-0, looking to stretch their lead here in the third. We'll be right back on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Get ready to smile because it's Truck Month at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Take your pick of over 40 brand new Chevrolet Silverados, discounted up to $14,000 off while they last. New Chevy Equinox, the compact SUV featuring high-tech options, discounted up to $5,000 off. Enjoy no payments until summertime. Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. GlennSmith.com. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back to the ball game. Chappa all warmed up and ready to go here. Trying to get out of this jam. Runners at first and second. Still nobody out for Opelika. Pitch low in the dirt to Saltal. And Saltal ahead in the count 2-0. Next pitch in there for strike one. Two-one pitch. So you believe it may have clipped her. Either that or it was ball four. The bases are loaded again. Bases loaded, nobody down. Kaylin Morgan up to the plate for Opelika. First pitch to her is low. Foul ball off the screen, 1-1. Bulldogs won the area championship in their first season under Coach Thornton, who's originally from Vancouver, Washington. Now, I know you hear that and think Vancouver. I thought it was in Canada. As the hard hit ball to second base gets past the diving Claire Hargrove. And that'll bring home a run. And Opelika just pouring it on here in the third. Base is still loaded, still nobody down. And Birmingham at the plate. That pitch low in the dirt for ball one. Coach Thornton originally from Vancouver, Washington. If you're wondering where that is, just a little north of Portland, Oregon, just across the state line. Yes, there is a Vancouver, Washington in the USA as well. That pitch low for a ball. Still nobody down. That pitch again in the dirt gets past the catcher to the backstop, and that'll bring home another one. 7-0 Bulldogs. And all the runners advance. Saltall the third, Morgan the second, AG scores. That pitch high and outside of Birmingham, and she's walked. Bases again loaded, still nobody down. As the Bulldogs now batted around back to Braylon Brooks. High fly ball, shallow right center field. As Hargrove camps underneath it and puts it away for the first out of the inning. Back to the top of the order to Jasmine Smith. She's 1 for 1. Singled in this inning and came around the score. Also popped out right back to the pitcher back in the first to start things off. As home plate umpire issues a warning to the Opelika third base coach. First pitch to Jasmine Smith. Hard hit ball. Caught by the shortstop. Morrell throw over the third to try to get Saltall on the tag up. Not quite in time, but what a catch by Morrell. Just picking that line drive right off the dirt. And 2 straight outs put away by the Glenwood defense. Son of Katie Harrelson, who singled in this inning, came around the score, struck out swinging back in the first. First pitch to her. Soft hit ball to Morrell. She makes the grab for the third out of the inning. Six runs there in the top of the third for Opelika, and they lead at 7-0 as we head to the home half of the third. Here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible. To be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy and Gordy Eye Care, for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
welcome back to the ball game. 9-hole hitter up to the plate for the Gators. Caroline Chappa hitting for the first time tonight. And the first pitch to her by Jones. Hard hit ball over the first baseman's reach and into the right field for a base hit, but the throw into first just not in time, as I believe Morgan was pulled off the bag by the high throw. And so close play at first, but Chappa's aboard. Back to the top of the order to Caden Henderson. Walked to lead things off for the Gators, but was caught stealing, trying to steal second. First pitch to Henderson, outside for a ball. And now pinch runner or substitute player coming in. Again, in softball, you can do that, and Chappa can go back out and pitch on the mound. It's not like baseball where once you're substituted, you're out for the rest of the game. Pitch inside to Henderson, taken for a ball. That pitch outside of Henderson as well, 3-0 count. That pitch on the outside corner, call strike one. Pitch just outside for ball four, and Henderson's aboard. And runners at first and second with nobody down for the Gators. Now bring up Brooke Morrell, who had a pop out to second base back in the first. First pitch to her, sliced down the first base line and lands on top of the Opelika dugout for strike one. The 0-1 to Morrell. Pitch looked to slip out of Jones's hand and is high to the backstop, and both runners will advance. And a break there for the Gators. Runners at second and third now with nobody down. Foul tip back into the screen. 1-2 against Morrell. One, two to Morrell. High and outside for ball two. Off-speed pitch, just tying outside. Ground ball down the third base line, right to Coach McConnell in foul territory. And it'll remain 2-2. Gators down 7-0 after Opelika scored 6 in the top of the third. But if you're going to get back in this ball game, this is the way to do it. Nobody down and runners at second and third. 2-2 to Brooke. Hard hit ball down the left field line into the Glenwood dugout, foul. Two to Morrell. Pop up foul down the first base line, out of play. That pitch high, Morrell's aboard with a walk. And now the bases are loaded for Carrington Slocum. Slocum popped out to short back in the first. First pitch to her, just high for ball one. Slocum does have one home run on the year. What a time it would be to gain her second. As Coach Thornton's going to come out and have a chat with Che Jones. And while we got a moment, I'd like to thank our sponsors make all this possible. Alabama Power, Zaxby's, the Alex Quinney All-State Agency, Gordy Eye Care, CVCC, Buffalo Rock Pepsi, with Starry, the only lemon lime soda in the game, as we know. I'm your play-by-play broadcaster, Noah Shelton, alongside my producer, as always, the man of many talents, Chris Gates. Opelika off to a great start here in the rubber match between these two teams. Met back on February the 15th. Opelika got the better of the Gators 4-0. Then the rematch at the beginning of March, Glenwood got the revenge 5-2. Links tonight's third and final game between these two this season, and the Gators' first full season as members of the AHSAA. Sounded a little powwow on the mound is over. Count 1-0 to Carrington Slocum. Swung on a miss by Slocum for strike one. 1-1 pitch, just a little low, ball two. Three-two pitch, fouled back into the screen. The 2-2. Just a little high, and it's full. Bases loaded, nobody down. Gators down 7-0. Looking to get back into this ball game. The 3-2. Chopper toward third, foul into the screen. The 3-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Jones got her swinging. Huge pitch by Jay Jones, but nowhere near out of the jam. And that'll bring up Caitlin Kirkland, the cleanup hitter, who walked back in the second inning. First pitch to Kirkland. Outside corner, call strike 1. That pitch outside corner, called strike 2. And Kirkland quickly in 0-2 hole. Bases loaded, 1 down. The 0-2 to Kirkland. High behind the catcher to the backstop, but runners won't advance. Good coverage there by the catcher and pitcher Jay Jones. Now the count 1-2 against Kirkland. Jones set, winds and fires. Chopper hit hard down the third base line, just foul. As it smacks hard to the outfield fence. Another near miss, this time by Kirkland. One-two pitch to Kirkland, inside jammed, called strike 3. Jones gets the call. And I'll bring up Clara Crisco to the plate. First pitch to her, line to short. Bobbled initially, pitch over to second just in time to get Morrell heading to second, and the Bulldogs get out of the jam. Bases low, nobody out, and the Gators can't convert. We head to the fourth. Opelika up 7-0 here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live is proud to partner with one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock. And without this partnership, it would be hard to be able to live stream all the different sporting events at high schools, colleges, and local professional teams every single week like we do. So we thank Buffalo Rock for their support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And next time you're watching a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast, make sure you're drinking a nice, refreshing Pepsi. Delicious. Thank you to Buffalo Rock and Pepsi.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Welcome back to the ball game. Top of the fourth, McCall Clayton will lead things off for the Bulldogs. Was hit by a pitch last inning and came down the score, part of the 6-run score by Opelika in the top of the third. They still currently lead at 7-0. First pitch by Chappa, high in the zone, call strike 1. Second pitch, just low and inside for ball 1. Off-speed pitch in there for call strike 2. Beautiful off-speed pitch on the inside corner, call strike 3. And that'll bring back up the pitcher, Jade Jones. She's reached base twice and scored both times. First pitch to Jones, off speed, taken for strike 1. Chappa seems to have really settled into a groove after coming in relief from Morrell last inning. Chopper towards short, taken by Morrell, fire over the first just in time, and he gets snag over there at first base by Durdobowski. Try saying that 3 times fast, Chris. Bethany Durdowski, I'll get it right eventually. And quickly 2 down. Two down, JZ Agee up to the plate, and she takes the first one in there for a strike. Agee struck out the second, had a long fly ball to left field that should have been caught but was dropped. That brought in a couple runs for Opelika last inning, as she takes the second pitch high for a ball. Another really hard line drive down the left field line. Again, foul. How many of those have we seen tonight? But just like that, Chappa's 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning, 3 up, 3 down. Off speed, a little high. Even count at 2-2. 2-2 pitch, high fly ball, deep left field, going to the track, to the wall. She's out of here, baby. Way gone over the shed behind the left field wall. And a solo shot by JZ Agee gives Opelika an 8-0 lead. A long, high moonshot over the batting cages behind the left field wall. JZ Agee scores her second run in as many innings and gives Opelika an 8-run lead. That was an announcer's curse there, Chris. I mentioned she had 1 pitch to get out at 3 up, 3 down. That's on me. First pitch to Sal Tall, low and inside for a ball. Classic announcer's curse, announcer's jinx, whatever you want to call it there. Either way, an 8-0 lead now for Opelika. Second pitch, outside corner, called a strike. That pitch low in the dirt, ball 2. One pitch inside, nearly clipped her as he gets back to the backstop. That pitch just inside for ball 4, and Saltall's aboard. And that brings up Kaylin Morgan. Got walked in the second and was thrown trying to take third after a base hit to end the inning. Takes the first pitch, outside corner, call strike one. Singled back in the third and was stranded at second. That pitch low in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, and over the second base is Saltal. That one chopped foul back into the screen. And a 1-2 count against Morgan. One-two pitch, all speed, called strike three. Beautiful pitch there by Chappa, and she limits the damage. One left, one run off the home run by J.C. Agee, and we're halfway home here at Glenwood. All Opelika 8-0 Bulldogs. We'll be back in just a moment on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live is proud to partner with one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock. And without this partnership, it would be hard to be able to live stream all the different sporting events at high schools, colleges, and local professional teams every single week like we do. So we thank Buffalo Rock for their support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And next time you're watching a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast, make sure you're drinking a nice, refreshing Pepsi. Delicious. Thank you to Buffalo Rock and Pepsi.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Welcome back to the ball game. Home half of the fourth. Caroline Brazil will lead things off for the Gators. First pitch to her, low for a ball. Grounded out to second back in the second inning. That pitch just inside and low for ball two. Two-0 pitch. Low it inside and nearly hit her, ball three. Day Jones still on the mound through 3 innings of scoreless ball. Has only allowed 1 hit so far. That pitch is in there for strike one. She's allowed 4 walks, and she has also struck out 4. 3-1 pitch. Low in the dirt, ball 4, and Brazil's aboard. That'll bring up the first baseman, Bethany Derdowski, who struck out looking back in the second inning. Gators had a great opportunity with the bases loaded last inning to get back in this thing and just couldn't quite do it. First pitch to Drodowski in the dirt for a ball. And now Coach Thornton coming on out to Jay Jones. I believe it's going to be the end of her night, and it will. A great 3 innings by Jay Jones. And coming in to take her place on the mound looks to be number 5, Caitlin Foley, the senior, as Jones will head to the dugout. So while Foley warms up, we'll take a break here in Georgia Alabama Sports Live as all Opelika 8-0 here in the home half of the 4th. We'll be back in just a moment on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Stick around.
My name is Sergeant Jason Swells, and this is my CVCC story. Class sizes were not too large. The professors in each class had time to talk. It was almost like a one-on-one experience. One of my daughters is a student at CVCC right now. She's going through the arts program. I've got another son who's right behind her who's about to graduate school, and he's already talking about going to CV, and he's ready for it. CVCC did prepare me for my career. They made sure you knew the subject before you walked out of the class, before you took the test. They dedicated 100% of themselves to it. It was a great experience, and I could say for anybody who's deciding or thinking about going into criminal justice, CVCC got my vote all day long because they're on top of their game.
Welcome back to the ball game. Foley all warmed up and ready to go. Drodowski and the count 1-0. That pitch line straight back into the screen. Evens the count back up at 1-1. One pitch. Just a little low ball, 2. Two-one pitch to Drodowski. Hard line drive, foul into the screen down the first base line, and an even count again at 2-2. The 2-2. Chop back to short. Taken by Jones. Pitch to second. Fire the first for 2. Not quite in time. But Brazil is thrown out at second. The lead runner. So Drodowski reaches on the fielder's choice. Brazil thrown out trying to get to second. And that'll bring up Claire Hargrove. Let's get stopped by McCall Clayton there defensively for Opelika. First pitch to Hargrove, just a little inside and low for a ball. That pitch in the dirt for ball 2. Chopper to third, stays fair, fire over the first. Good stretch out there at first for the out. And Hargrove thrown out at first. Good stretch over there by Jay Jones. So that'll send Drodowski to second. Hargrove put out 6-3. And now 2 down and a runner at second. First pitch to Chapa is taken for a strike. Second pitch to her, high for a ball. That one in the dirt, gets back to the backstop, and Drodowski will head to third. That pitch again low, taken for a ball. 3-1 count against Chappa. That pitch chopped foul. And that should run it full. Runner at second, runner at third now, after the pass ball. 2 down and a full count against Chappa. The 3-2. Fouled again into the screen. The 3-2. Again, foul straight back toward the press box. And still a full count. Three-two pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. And the Gators through 4 are still scoreless. We head to the 5th. All Opelika still. 8-0 Bulldogs here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Take your pick of a massive selection of brand new GMC Sierras, discounted up to $13,250 off. New GMC Terrains, the popular SUV featuring safety, technology, and performance, discounted up to $7,500 off. Enjoy no payments until summertime. Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. GlennSmith.com. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back to the ball game. Top half of the 5th, still all Opelika 8-0. As Emily Birmingham will lead things off for the Bulldogs. First pitch taken for a ball. Caroline Chappa still on the mound for the Gators. Came in relief for Brooke Morrell back in the 3rd. A 6-run 3rd inning for Opelika. That pitch high for ball 2. Jay Jones was singled in the 2nd. Then 6 runs scored in the 3rd, and then a solo shot by Jay-Z Agee in the 4th. Chopper to 3rd by Brazil taken. Fire overs the 1st to Drodowski just in time. And a 5-3 putout. Good throw over there by Brazil. And 1 down. That'll bring up Braylon Brooks in the 9 hole. walked in the third and scored, and also popped out to second base in the third. Had 2 plate appearances there in that 6-run third inning. First pitch to her high for a ball. That one in there for a strike. That one's a high shot towards center. Henderson going to camp underneath it and make the catch for the second out of the inning. A lot of ground cover there by Caden Henderson. Good play. Nice play to camp underneath it. And quickly 2 down. Back to the top of the order, the Jasmine Smith. 1 for 3. Popped to the pitcher in the first. Singled in the third. Came around and scored. And also had another plate appearance in the third. A line out to short and a great catch by Brooke Morrell, picking it off the dirt. That was for the second out of the inning in the third. As the first pitch he takes outside for a ball. 1-0 pitch to Smith. Off speed, a little high, ball 2. Two-0, low, ball 3. That pitch in there for a strike. 3-1 count against Jasmine Smith. Excuse me swing popped out foul over the Opelika dugout. And Jasmine Smith now in a full count, 3-2. The 3-2 to Smith. Inside, and it clipped her. The second hit batsman by a Glenwood pitcher tonight. And that will bring up Katie Harrelson. 1 for 3. Batted twice as well in the third inning with a single, came around the score, and then popped out to short. Also struck out swinging back in the first. First pitch, pop up, foul behind the home plate. Umpire in the press box. 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch, hard hit ball to center field to Henderson, going back and tracking it and making the grab just shy of the wall. Great play again by Katie Henderson in the outfield defensively. We had the home half of the 5th, still all Opelika, 8-0 Bulldogs here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible. To be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy, and Gordy Eye Care for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Welcome back to the ball game. Home half of the fifth coming up. Caden Henderson, the leadoff hitter, will lead things off for the Gators. She's had 2 plate appearances tonight. She's walked both times. Caitlin Foley still on the mound for Opelika. First pitch to Henderson, foul tipped off the end of the bat, strike 1. Owen count to Henderson. That pitch just a little high and outside, ball 1. That pitch to Henderson fouled back into the screen, 1-2. Again, the Gators have had their base runners, 8 in total so far tonight, but still no runs on the scoreboard. Henderson in a 1-2 hole. The 1-2. Low in the dirt, ball 2. The 2-2. Outside, ball 3. Good eye there by Henderson. And a little disgruntlement by the Opelika dugout. Full count against Henderson and the 3-2. Chop towards short, scooped up and throw over the first. Is she safe? She beat it out. Yes, she did. Caden Henderson showing the speed, showing the wheels. As McCall Clayton could not quite get the throw over the first in time, and she was playing in too. Henderson flew down the first base line and reached for an infield single. So Brooke Morrell, the starting pitcher, now playing shortstop up to the plate. Popped out to second in the first and walked in the third. First pitch to her. High, good snag to keep it from going to the backstop, 1-0. That pitch inside corner called for a strike, 1-1. The 1-1. So one going to miss, strike 2. The 1-2 to Morrell. High fly ball down the right field line and foul ground. In order to make the catch in front of the fence is Smith. Trying to tag is Henderson. She will to second base. So good catch over there by Jasmine Smith to retire Morrell, but good heads-up base running by Caden Henderson. So now one down and a runner at second for the Gators. They'll bring up Carrington Slocum, the catcher. 0 for 2, the strikeout and a pop-out. Takes the first pitch high in the zone for a strike. Oh, 1 pitch, swung on a miss for strike 2. The 0-2. Just got a piece of it, stays alive, still 0-2. 0-2 again. Swung on a miss, strike three. Slocum a little late on it. And now 2 down. So that brings up the cleanup hitter, Caitlin Kirkland. Walked in the second and struck out looking in the third. First pitch to her, high for a ball. One-0 count. Chopper to second. Plenty of time for the scoop over to first to Jones, and that will retire the side. We head to the sixth. Still all Opelika, 8-0 Bulldogs here in Georgia, Alabama Sports Live.
My name is Sergeant Jason Swells, and this is my CVCC story. Class sizes were not too large. The professors in each class had time to talk. It was almost like a one-on-one experience. One of my daughters is a student at CVCC right now. She's going through the arts program. I've got another son who's right behind her who's about to graduate school, and he's already talking about going to CV, and he's ready for it. CVCC did prepare me for my career. They made sure you knew the subject before you walked out of the class, before you took the test. They dedicated 100% of themselves to it. It was a great experience, and I could say for anybody who's deciding or thinking about going into criminal justice, CVCC got my vote all day long because they're on top of their game.
Welcome back to the ball game. Top of the sixth, Opelika leads 8-0. McCall Clayton will lead things off for the Bulldogs. 2 strikeouts, both looking, and was hit by a pitch in the third and came around to score. First pitch to her outside corner, call strike 1. Caroline Chappa still on the mound. Came in relief in the third for Brooke Morrell and has really settled in nicely. Second pitch a little high for a ball. One pitch, just a little low and inside, ball 2. Off-speed pitch, a little high, ball 3. The 3-1 fouled off into the screen. And the count now full 3-2. High fly ball, deep center field to Henderson. She camps underneath it and again and makes a good fundamental catch for the first out of the inning. Hard hit ball there by Clayton, just couldn't quite get enough of it. And a good play again by Henderson defensively. And that'll bring up the starting pitcher for the Bulldogs, Jay Jones, now playing first base. She singled in the second, came around and scored. Walked in the third, came around and scored. And grounded out to short in the fourth. First pitch to Jones, inside for a ball. Hard hit ball to short, past the diving Morrell, and in the center field for a base hit. And that will bring up Jay-Z Agee, who hit a mammoth home run over the left field wall back in the fourth. A long solo shot, and that's the last run that has been scored in this game. Another hard hit ball down the left field line, lands in for a base hit. It'll stay a single as Jones heads to second. Good stop out there by Crisco. Now runners at first and second for Opelika. Now bring up Kennedy Saltal. A strikeout and 2 walks tonight. First pitch to her. Inside for a ball. Chopper past Morrell again at short. Into left field. Coming trying to try to score is Jones. She will beat the throw home. No one's covering third, so the runners will advance to second and third. And it's 9-0 Opelika. It looks like Brooke Morrell collided with the umpire, trying to make the diving play there in deep shortstop territory. And so while they check her out, the trainer and the coach, Coach McConnell, will take a break here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll come back with an update. All Opelika here at Glenwood. We'll be back in just a moment.
My name is Sergeant Jason Swells, and this is my CVCC story. Class sizes were not too large. The professors in each class had time to talk. It was almost like a one-on-one experience. One of my daughters is a student at CVCC right now. She's going through the arts program. I've got another son who's right behind her who's about to graduate school, and he's already talking about going to CV, and he's ready for it. CVCC did prepare me for my career. They made sure you knew the subject before you walked out of the class, before you took the test. They dedicated 100% of themselves to it. It was a great experience, and I could say for anybody who's deciding or thinking about going into criminal justice, CVCC got my vote all day long because they're on top of their game.
Welcome back to the ball game. They've checked out Brooke Morrell. She seems to be fine. She's still out there at shortstop. So after the third straight single by the Bulldogs, they now lead it 9-0 here in the top of the sixth. Bringing up Kaylin Morgan. Morgan walked in the second, singled in the third, and struck out looking to end the fourth. First pitch to Morgan. High and outside part of the corner of the strike zone. Call strike one. That pitch a little high for a ball. That pitch just a little low and inside for ball two. Two one pitch to Morgan, off speed, taken for strike two, and it's even at 2-2. Good pitch there by Chapa. Runners at second and third, and the 2-2 pitch. High pop-up down the right field line, and no man's land is going to drop in for a base hit. One run will score. And Opelika now leads 10-0. Again, a long cut up by the base runners. So Saltall will go to third. Agee will score. And Morgan to second. Little pop-up down the right field line that landed, again, in no man's land. Landed in between the right fielder and the second baseman. And Opelika now up 10-0. First pitch to Birmingham, taken high for a ball. One down, and a high line drive to left center field is going to roll to the wall. Extra bases, 1 run will score, 2 runs will score. Birmingham to second. She's going to try to go to third. No, she won't. She'll backtrack back to second. And Opelika really laying the lumber. Now 12-0 Bulldogs. Saltall and Morgan score. Birmingham with their second base hit of the night. And again, I think Morrell may have been shaken up again on that play. And it looks like she'll head to the dugout and her night will be through. So she will head to the dugout. Crisco will head to short. And a new left fielder coming in. Now the umpire's doing the legal business on the lineup cards. So Braylon Brooks will head to the plate. 2 pop-outs and a walk as she takes the first pitch for a strike. Hard hit ball right to Crisco, caught for the out. The new left fielder in is Isabel Chastain, the freshman for the Gators. So Brooks out on the line drive to short. And back to the top of the order again to Jasmine Smith. Her 5th plate appearance tonight. A pop out, a ground out, a single, and she was hit by a pitch back in the 5th. First pitch to her taken for a strike. That pitch on the outside corner called for a strike, 0-2. Two down, runner on second. Opelika leads at 12-0. 0-2 pitch. Shot back to the pitcher. Throw over to first in time. Let's see. Yes, it is. And that will end the top of the 6th. Opelika 3 outs away from seeing a message here at Glenwood. We'll be back in just a moment on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Take your pick of a massive selection of brand new GMC Sierras, discounted up to $13,250 off. New GMC Terrains, the popular SUV featuring safety, technology, and performance, discounted up to $7,500 off. Enjoy no payments until summertime. Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. GlennSmith.com. Get ready to smile.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live is proud to partner with one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock. And without this partnership, it would be hard to be able to live stream all the different sporting events at high schools, colleges, and local professional teams every single week like we do. So we thank Buffalo Rock for their support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And next time you're watching a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast, make sure you're drinking a nice, refreshing Pepsi. Delicious. Thank you to Buffalo Rock and Pepsi.
Welcome back to the ball game. Opelika 12, Glenwood nothing here from the Swamp. And here in the home after the 6, unless the Gators can put 3 on the board, under my understanding at least, this game would be called a run rule and be over. Clara Crisco will lead things off for the Gators. A single and a fielder's choice. She reached on a fielder's choice back in the 3rd. First pitch to her taken for a ball. The 1-0. Popped foul behind home plate. 1-1. The Gators held to just 3 hits so far tonight, all singles. They've also have 5 hitters reach on walk, so again, plenty of base runners. Just have not driven them home as that one's fouled again out of play behind home plate. 2 strikes against Crisco. All-speed pitch, just a little high. Even count now at 2-2. Ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. Good piece of hitting there by Clara Crisco, her 2nd base hit of the night. And the Gators with a runner on, nobody down. And that will bring up Caroline Brazil. Grounded out to second in the 2nd and walked in the 4th. First pitch to her, taken for a strike. Hard hit ball down the first base line, just foul. And quickly 0-2 against Brazil. As good as the start it was for Opelika by Jay Jones, Caitlin Foley has more than matched it in relief. Pop up to right field, caught by Smith for the first out of the inning. Now bring it Bethany Derdowski. Struck out looking in the 2nd and reached on the fielder's choice back in the 4th and reached third base before being stranded. First pitch to her. Slicing foul out of play. Strike 1. One down, runner on first, 0-1 count against Derdowski. That pitch high. Taken for a ball, 1-1. One pitch. Sliced foul into the screen, 1-2. Foley winds in the 1-2. Just a little high and inside for ball 2. The 2-2. Swung on a miss, strike 3. And Opelika now 1 out away. And that'll bring up the last hope for the Gators, Claire Hargrove. 0 for 2 tonight, a strikeout and a ground out to short. First pitch to Claire. Off speed, taken for a strike. Jay Jones and Caitlin Foley have been doing nothing less but dealing so far tonight here for the Bulldogs. Opelika really sending a message here in the rubber match between these two. Fire down the first on the pickoff attempt. Back in safely is Crisco. Swinging this by Hargrove and Glenwood down to his last strike. The 1-2. Fouled off into the screen. The 1-2. Just a little high and outside for ball 2. The 2-2. Chop toward first and foul. Claire Hargrove staying alive. The 2-2. High fly ball down the right field line and lands foul out of play. The 2-2 again. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And that should be your ball game. Opelika not only beats but dismantles the Gators tonight by a score of 12-0 here at Glenwood. Opelika wins game 1, Glenwood wins game 2, and Opelika, without a doubt, emphatically wins game number 3. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors to make all this possible for Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Thank you for making all this possible again. Alex Quinney Allstate Agency, Gordy Eye Care, CVCC, Buffalo Rock Pepsi, Alabama Power, Kinetic Credit Union. Thank you all our sponsors. Thank you to my producer, Chris, as always, for producing this game. I've been your play-by-play broadcaster, Noah Shelton. We'll see you next time here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Again, your final, Opelika Bulldogs 12, Glenwood Lady Gators nothing here in softball from Glenwood and the Swamp. We'll be back next time. See you then. God bless.